Hi ladies, and hopefully some gentlemen too. This video is a continuation specifically to the video I made earlier about a week ago that was entitled, I believe, Women You Must Watch This Now. And it was a video that went kind of popular and it received a lot of views, and it was about women and an epidemic of loneliness, okay? But at the time when I made the video, I wasn't talking about a man's perspective at all. But the funniest thing happened to me this week. I was in the car riding with a young man, and I will leave this gentleman anonymous out of fairness. But nonetheless, I was in the car driving with a young man, and he randomly said, and this is someone who doesn't watch my videos. In fact, he is repulsed by my videos and doesn't watch them, okay? So he said specifically, I was saying, you're lonely, like you're unhappy because you're lonely. And he said, yeah, I'm lonely because I don't have any friends. And I said that, well, that's because you don't go out and you don't meet people. And he's like, it's really hard to meet people, especially girls. Like, he's like, I miss having a girlfriend. And I said, then get out there, meet another girlfriend. And he said, you don't understand. And he used these words, there is an epidemic of loneliness among men. And I was like, I just made a video about this, about women. What are we talking about here? And I said, what are you talking about, an epidemic of loneliness among men? Like, you guys, like, women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of commitment. And I feel like men are the ones who determine if you are going to enter into a relationship or not. And women are the ones who determine when the sex is and when it isn't. And I feel like that's sort of a social norm and a cultural expectation. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, he did say to me that he said the problem is that social media has made it so common and such an expectation that men treat women not only well and lovingly and kindly and respectfully, but that they're given the princess treatment. And he said to me, I'm trying to better my life. Now, let's keep in mind, this is a younger man. He's in his 20s, but he's a younger man. And he's like, I'm trying to make my life better. I'm trying to grow my value and educate myself and build my savings and build my assets and my value overall so that I can offer a woman everything one day. But he's like, I have a lot to offer now. Like, I'm a good guy. I'm understanding. I'm patient. I'm loving. I'm gentle. I would love and treat a woman so well, but I can't get a chance because I can't afford to bring her a dozen roses every time I show up at her house. And he's like, girls our age expect that now because that's what's all over the internet and that's what women are expecting. So of course, young girls don't differentiate between 30-year-old women expecting this, which, I mean, 30-year-old women really shouldn't expect that either. And neither should 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds or anybody for that matter. If you have a loving partner who's kind and forgiving and understanding and open-minded and is just open-hearted and loving, we are blessed to find that in somebody, someone who wants to communicate with us and talk through problems and not run at the first sight of challenge, but to work through it and see it as a growth opportunity. We are blessed to find that. A dozen roses dies, okay? A good relationship can thrive, okay? So this treatment that women are making viral, this expectation of being taken on trips and being given dinners out and never pay a cent and never pay a cent and be taken out to the nicest dinners, and every event needs to be celebrated with luxury, and it needs to be like, your value is demonstrated and your worth is demonstrated based on monetary offerings and on luxury offerings, the vacations, the trips, the bags, the gifts, all of this stuff. It's really setting a terrible expectation for younger women. It's setting a terrible expectation for women of all ages, and a terrible standard, because if that is all we're getting is monetary offerings, then we're getting them from a man who has made monetary gain his priority all his life. And what makes us think he's going to shift his priority from making money to being a loving partner? Because you can't, I don't believe, I mean, not everybody, I can't speak for everybody. There are going to be unique enigmas here, but you can't be both. You can't be someone who is hyper focused on making enough money to provide all these things and hyper focused on being an excellent partner and being an excellent companion. Okay, because there's not enough time in the world to be both. Okay, there's not enough emotional energy to be both. There's not enough anything to be both. Okay, you just can't do both, and no man could be expected to do both. And even the expectation young men have of never ever, it's like never ever split a meal. Let men pay, let them be in their divine masculine and let them pay for everything. Well, that's a great thought. But like this young man said, you know, I'd love to take a girl out for dinner every single week to a beautiful restaurant, but I can't afford to do it alone. I'm trying to save money so one day I can buy a girl a house. That's really fair. That's a really responsible young man. That's a young man who's working to do the right things and to work hard to really give a woman a really wonderful life one day, and at the expense of right now. But he has all the love in the world to offer and all the good intentions, and would love the company of a young woman to share all his good-heartedness with. Not to say he would never do it, not to say he's not interested in doing his very best to give this young woman everything she could ever want, but that he just can't do it all right now because he's trying to be able to plan to be able to do it for a lifetime, not for right now. And when you spend all you have right now, you have nothing to sustain you and to grow upon for the rest of your life. And as a young person, what a very frustrating circumstance to be in. And I believe this is probably true for men of all ages. And it doesn't matter whether you're saving for your future. We're always saving for our future, no matter how old we are. I'm in my 40s and I'm saving, working hard for my future. I've had to start over so many times that I've had to spend my savings and start over again. Spend my savings, something's come up in life, and start over again. I've started over again now with my new business. And you know what? This is what life is. And I couldn't afford to take myself out to a beautiful dinner every single week, let alone take me and my partner out and pay for it, the whole thing. Sorry, my chicken's being so loud. Chicken, be quiet. Such a loud little chicken. Anyways, I couldn't do that. So how could I expect a man to do that, especially if he is also investing in all the right areas of his life as well? If I found a man who was as loving and caring and kind as this young man was, and he even used an example with me. He's like, you know, really good-hearted guys that I know, even the older ones, he's like, some of my friends' dads who are divorced, they're lonely. They just want a partner. They just want someone to love and to, you know, enjoy life with every day. And they'll give them everything they can. And everything they can is the operative word here. If a man is giving you everything he can offer you, then that's all you can ask. That is the biggest gift in the world. If they can love you as best they very much can, and they will, if they'll give you all the love they can, what else should we be asking for? That is a blessing and a gift. Some people never find love. Some people never find somebody who's willing to offer them all of that. And we are so blessed if we find someone who is. We need to stop expecting this princess treatment. I'm going to wrap this up quickly. We need to stop spreading this bullshit on social media about how men need to grow into their divine masculine and treat us like we're incompetent and that we are incapable of participating in our own relationships, and we are incapable of being able to financially participate in our own spending and our own lives and our own wants and needs. And that if we want Louis Vuitton, like, that responsibility is ours, really, if we want it. And if a man wants to help us get there, that's really sweet and really kind, but that's not an expectation. An expectation out of a partner is to treat you like a partner, not to give you things. They're not a sugar daddy. They're your partner. And we have normalized the idea that our partners should behave like sugar daddies, not like partners. And the lines have become very blurred on social media, and young women are getting the wrong idea. And us older women, we need to stop that. We need to take the lead and end it. And men, if you agree with me, comment yes in the comments so I know I'm not alone here. And women, if you agree with me and you're on my side here and you're going to help me, like, comment yes. Put it in the comments so I know I'm not going off the rails here and crazy. But I think we have blurred the lines. That's exactly what it is. We've blurred the lines between partner and sugar daddy, and it is being perpetuated on the internet with the women having this feminine energy to attract a man, so the man will give us the princess treatment and treat us like the queens that we are. Like, we're not queens, we're a partner. They should be looking for a partner, not someone they can, not like a third child, okay? Not a sugar baby. So anyways, that's the video. Comment yes if you agree, and I will see you all soon.